According to the Meno's paradox came up by Plato, knowledge is only possible if we have some kind of preconceived notion. Meno's paradox states that we cannot seek for something we already know, but at the same time we cannot seek for something we are at complete ignorance of. The process of acquiring knowledge is a continual exchange between questions and answers. Asking a question requires us to direct our intention towards a subject matter, but in order to direct our attention, we must have some sort of preconceived notion about the subject matter. It requires us to impose a distinction upon the subject matter and isolate it from other variables so that we can uncover its core structure. But how is it possible for a person to even construct a question if they are in an absolute state of ignorance to begin with? A type of ignorance where even the person is ignorant about their own ignorance. So even if they stumble across any knowledge unintentionally, they wouldn't be able to recognize it. The ability to construct a question implies a certain degree of capacity of answering it, because asking questions requires an ability to conceptualize about the subject matter. So what actually enables us to seek knowledge in the first place? We must have an initial base structure to start out with, because no matter how many experiences we accumulate without that initial base structure to start off with, everything would have just been meaningless. Everything would have just been a complete blur and we wouldn't be able to construct a knowledge system out of it. To further illustrate my point, imagine something expanding outwards continually. But in order to expand, we must have a center point to start off at the first place. The center point represents the fundamental base structure we begin with. Just like the universe, it must have a beginning through the Big Bang. Even though it is continually expanding and evolving in a sense as it complexifies, the fundamental law still stays consistent.